Hey squad, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you all of the things that I thrifted for Christmas gifts. So if you are new here, I really appreciate shopping secondhand and I do it as much as I can. So I have some gifts next to me here. Some of these are for my kids and some of them are for nieces. So what I'm first gonna do is show you the things for this year that I bought secondhand, and then I'm going to show you some of our favorite things over the years. If you are still shopping, these are things that you might be able to look for secondhand. All right, so let me start out by saying this year I did not do all secondhand gifts. Last year I pretty much got everything secondhand. It's just how it wound up. This year was different and I will do a separate video talking about that and you'll kind of understand why. But I have the ones next to me that I did thrift, so I want to show them to you. So something that you will always hear me recommend that you look for secondhand are books. So I definitely went with the whole like something to wear, something to read, something you want, something you need. I don't know if I really have anything in the to wear category. But as far as the to read, I got a book for each of my kids. So for Andy, our 3-year-old, I got her this Pocahontas book. It has some really nice like leaf detailing. I think that's what you'd call that, like gold leaf, but it's different colors on each of the pages. And I think that it's a really pretty detail. And looking at the tag here, this would have originally cost almost $9, and at our thrift store, most books are $1. For Abram, he has been doing some poetry at school, and I found this Poetry for Young People, Robert Frost. And I just think that this will be such a nice addition to his schoolwork that we do at home. So there's lots of poems here. And then actually in the front, it gives a little introduction of Robert Frost. So this will be one of those gifts that's like not super wowing when he opens it, but I do think that it's something that will be a great supplement to our schooling. So I was happy to find that. And the artwork on the cover, I know that we're not in fall right now, but like you could just prop that up and that just be your fall decor. Another great thing that you can look for at thrift stores are stocking stuffers, especially small dolls, trains, things with wheels. Abram is definitely a fan of things with wheels. So for $1, I found this little Volkswagen bus. You can see there, I've still got the price sticker on it. It does have a little door that opens. Just pay attention when you're buying secondhand vehicles. Make sure that the wheels are not going to fall off, like the actual tires. Sometimes they can be a little bit wobbly, so just make sure that you check that. All right, my big things are actually for my nieces. So nieces, if you're watching, I don't think you are, but if you are, you gotta check out. They ask for princess dresses. So I actually found an Anna dress at our thrift store and it is in perfect shape. I hope that you can see here just how beautiful it is. I got the size that my sister said she needed. It looks pretty large to me, so I hope that it fits her. If not, she will have plenty of growing room, but it is a beautiful, beautiful dress. Now to go along with that, I got her sister an Elsa dress. This one I actually found on Facebook Marketplace. So if you're looking for something specific and you can't find it in your thrift store, make sure that you check out Marketplace. But I found this one. It is in great condition, except for it has a tiny bit of wear down at the bottom. So you can probably see that. I'm sure this was probably worn as like a Halloween costume and then probably got roughed up on the sidewalk or the pavement as someone was walking. Unfortunately, I didn't notice this when I bought it because it was a Facebook Marketplace sale and it was at night when we were able to go and pick it up. So it was dark and I was just like, oh, sure, this is great. And then I got home and saw that. So that is going to be just a little project that I'm going to have to do, is just to kind of hem up the bottom and cut that roughed part off. But for the savings that I got on these dresses and for them to still otherwise look brand new, I'm really pleased with them. I would say that is my #1 tip if you're gonna be shopping for secondhand gifts over these next couple weeks as we're kind of in crunch time, is don't buy a project piece. Now, I actually bought this in October and I just have not gotten around to fixing it. But if you're buying something now, unless you know yourself and you know you have the time and energy to put into doing a little repair here or there, I wouldn't buy a project piece as we're kind of on the home stretch to Christmas. but that's just my 2 cents. To pair with those dresses, I found these little Frozen sticker scene books. I can't actually find them right now. I've misplaced them, so if I can't find them, I'll insert a little clip here of what they look like. I hope they're not too old to enjoy these. They were only $1 and they haven't been used at all, and I just thought that would be a nice little addition to their princess dresses. Okay, so as for this year, that's actually all that I bought secondhand. Like I said, I'll talk more about that in the other video, but I do want to go through and talk about some of our tried and true favorites from years past. These are things that if you're still shopping, you could look for, and they are just really good items. So the first one actually has been currently played with and is set up, and I don't want to move it. So I'm just going to insert some pictures and videos here. They are these wooden blocks. I found them at a yard sale. I think maybe I paid $1 for them. These have been so, I can't even believe how much my kids have played with these. To go right along with that, I would say are our Picasso Magna tiles. These came from our local thrift store. If you can find blocks or Magna tiles, these fall under the category of open-ended toys, which just means they can be played with in so many ways, and they're not confined to just one purpose. Those wooden blocks are actually in Abram's room right now because he set up an entire village, and I don't want to make him upset by tearing it down. The Magna tiles have been played with this week to make towers, to make a stable for Mary and baby Jesus. The possibilities of using these are endless. And I think what I love most about them is they can be used for 2-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 7-year-olds, and there's really no age where they become irrelevant. You know, I could see a child that's much older still using these for some sort of purpose, to make something to go along with their play. Another open-ended item was 2 years ago, I found at a yard sale a container of plastic animals. So I actually gifted these to my kids. They took them out and started playing with them right away. I feel like that's the sign of a good Christmas gift. Some Christmas gifts, like the Robert Frost book, are not going to be a wow gift, and it's going to be something that's sort of that delayed gratification. But I just love when kids open a gift and it's like, I want to play with this right now. And that's what happened with the animals. And again, they use those with the blocks, with the Magna tiles, to make a zoo, to make a house, to make a village. And it's just so fun to see them use those. If you want to know more about open-ended play, I actually will link a video down below that I did with my cousin Emily earlier this year. She is the person that I yard sale with most frequently, and she is a play therapist. So actually her job is to watch kids play with toys, and sometimes those inner things that they're dealing with come out in the way they play with toys. All right, my camera battery died. I really need to get a spare camera battery. So we're just gonna switch to vlogging style because I'm really almost finished with this video. But if you are curious about open-ended play, I will link that video down below. It was helpful for me to kind of see, you know, we buy closed-ended things too. We're not like just open-ended play. I think there's a place for all of that. But I will say those items that we have that are more open-ended, the longevity of them in our house and the variety in which they're played with is just exponentially great. Another one that I wanted to mention is our play kitchen. This was a Christmas gift a few years ago, a Facebook Marketplace find. If you are in search of a play kitchen, please make sure you check Facebook Marketplace first. They almost always have them, and they are often a really good price. A lot of times they're just a big bulky item, and as people, you know, graduate to different things, they are looking for, you know, just a new home. I already mentioned books, but that was on my list. You can always find good books secondhand. And then the last thing would be board games or puzzles. Of course, you know, it goes without saying, just make sure that all of the puzzle pieces are there, because that can be kind of frustrating when you get to the end and you're missing 1 or 2 pieces. All right, you guys, well, that is it. I'm going to finish my little cup of tea here. I hope that you guys are really enjoying the Christmas season. I would love to know down below what you have thrifted this Christmas season for your family. And if you have any tips that anybody else could benefit from, just leave those down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.